Hello everyone, this is Daryl20 and welcome to episode 30 of Daryl20's Let's Play of ATM10 to the Sky. I'm at my mob farm. Now that I got this thing sorting correctly, which took longer than I thought it might have, but it's working, and that's what counts. I'm hoping by the time I get to the next two tiers of you know, stuff, I'll remember how to like do the thing I did. But long story short, we're cooking. Should be pretty cool. The only thing it's not sorting is gems. I guess maybe they don't have the same tags as the other ones, unless I'm wrong, but I don't really see the gems going in there. Well, actually, some of them go in, so I'm wrong about that. Some of them go in, unless I put that one in there. Did I put that one in there? I might have put that one in there. Let's see. Yeah, that one must have put in there before when things weren't. Yeah. So yeah, gems don't really sort properly. But I mean, always look at that and figure out what's up. Now, as a reminder, we wanted to get green stuff. We need a helmet, leggings, and boots. So let's get a helmet, boots, and leggings. Hooray! Achievement get world tier green. Awesome. And that means I should bump us up to Frontier, which will increase the chance of rare drops and give us a tiny chance at Epic. So that would be cool. So let's do that. Let's activate that tier. That will make mobs that spawn be higher, difficulty, but, like, that's okay. And it'll also mean we'll start getting more blues, hopefully. And then once I get a full set of blue stuff, we only need, 3 more pieces, we should be able to get the next upgrade, which will give us access to more epic tier stuff. And then I'll have to remember... I'm literally going to have to watch my video again, because, like, I kind of remember how this works, but, like, it was not easy. Let's put it that way. Hey, look, there's a blue. Hooray. Get him, sword. What I need to do is enchant that sword. That's what needs to happen. Nice! We got the blues. Cool. We even got a blue gem, which is neat. I should do something with gems. I should definitely do something with gems. And look, we got leggings. Cool. Alright, so I'll let that thing run for a little bit. And then when we come back shortly, hopefully at some point we get an epic, and that would be neat. What I do need to do is find a way to filter out the junky armor that I don't care about, per se. And then also handle the gems. Maybe, like... I'd like it if the gems could, like, sort... But I'm wondering why they don't. Do I still have the thing in here that tells me what's up? Not really, per se. I should get that real quick. Because I want to be able to see what, like, the tag is on this thing. Though, trying to get another tag contains on this thing might be, like, way harder than I thought. Like, well, it shouldn't be that hard, but it won't be easy, let's put it that way. Because, like, part of me would like it if I could get the gems sorting into the same chest, which I'm sure is doable. But as much trouble as I had getting the other thing going, I might want to hold off on that. Let me do this. Let me come back in a minute. I'm just gonna think about real quick how hard it would be to get this thing to also recognize that type of thing. But, like, I think what I'll rather do is just dump the gems. I think what I'll do is just dump the gems into a separate... Yeah, let's do that. Let's have a separate chest here. I mean, that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, I'm just going to do that. So give me another ME chest with another 64k ME disc. Okay. And you're just going to be about gems. Okay. And then, where's my energy transmitter? That should be cool. And then we'll stick this dude in there. He should get some energy, and then we should be good to go. Now Laser IO should be able to handle my gem request. I guess I'm not gonna put it in front of the chest, aren't I? That's like the only space we have left. Let's do. You're just gonna extract, but like over here, let's figure out what kind of tags gems have. We're gonna need a data filter. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna want. And you're gonna look for something with Apotheosis Gem. That works for me, right? So that filter means if you're a gem, you're allowed to go in. So now if we link these dudes, only gems should make their way in here. That's cool. Okay, so now all gems cleared out. Perfect. What's interesting too is I notice some of the drops, like potatoes and hearts, are not getting captured by the drops teleporter, and I don't exactly know why that happens, because they should be. But either way, now we've got gems sorting out. What I might say is, I have another idea. Let's do this. Let's get a. We do another ME chest for this, or do we just want like a regular chest? Might just want like a regular chest, because I eventually want this to be a trash can. But what you're gonna be is a data filter. Okay, and I'm going to say I want to make sure. Let me upgrade you to an iron and then a gold. How did I only just now complete that quest? Alright, so you're going to insert items that don't have the rarity enchant or tag on it, right? So if you don't have rarity at all, so you should be a deny list. So that means if I insert you, and then we link you, you should only be inserting things that don't have rarity. Oh, gems don't have rarity. Darn. Hold on. What are they? I wanna deny gems as well. So hopefully that behaves itself. What I'm going to do is temporarily remove you, so I can stick a gem or two in there. See, they're not leaving because they have the tag that's not allowed to go in here. Is that cool? And now they can go in there, and that's good. Okay, so now this is basically the stuff we can void. The only thing I might do is add it, because some items are like not getting to my functional storage drawers like I thought they should be. So let me do this. I'm gonna stick you there. Okay. And then, do you have a thing under you? You do. Okay. And I'm gonna stick you here, this. You're going to connect, you're going to go down, and then you're going to get an insert of high priority. Okay. So what that should mean is stuff that can fit in the drawer system will go there first, including stuff like all of this. Right? So ultimately what we'll wind up with in this chest is just stuff that I effectively want to avoid. Okay? Or not. Because I did something wrong. What did I do wrong? Why are you no longer connected to a dude? Huh. Do what now? You should be inserting on a high priority. Maybe it's not the chest that's having a problem? Doesn't make any sense, though. Because you should be trying to go there first. Well, let me try this in a simpler way. You ready? Right. That is how it's supposed to work. That is what's supposed to be happening. Let's do... Right, everybody's cool. I mean, that shouldn't matter because the other priority is higher, so it's like, you know. In theory, it should go here first. And now it is. Cool. Right? So raw chicken may not have a spot over there, and that's fine. It will in a minute. Cool. Alright. So now this thing can eventually be trash canned, right? So we'll grab a trash can here. We'll do a very simple laser IO. And we'll say extract, but only on high signal, and then insert, right? So now as long as we're fine that everything in here is junk, we can throw a redstone input card here, and a lever, and then it'll void whatever's in the chest. Cool. Oh, we got a blue. Nice. And remember, any excess junk will wind up in here. That doesn't, you know, fit. I like that. Only thing I might do is speed this up. And then I'll keep it off just to see if any other miscellaneous junk shows up. So how are we doing on blues? Not bad. We got legs. So I just need a chest plate and a helmet, and then I can upgrade my world tier. Awesome. Alright, while that runs, because I think that's, like, fully working now, what should we look at doing next? One thing we can look at doing is the whole reason I started this thing, which was, I'm going to equip this dude real quick, because then that counts for... Oh. Uncommon. Okay, so this was just... Okay, so I can actually move to the next world here. I just need to slay an Apothic Invader. That shouldn't be hard. All I need to do is a mob imprisonment tool. Or creature catcher. and then when one spawns, I capture them, and then we're cool. Deal? But also, equipping the blue one meant that I got that checkbox. So let me wait for another dude to spawn here, and I'll come back in a minute when they do, and then I'll catch them, and I'll be the one to kill them, and that'll count. Alright, I got one. He has a lot of health. Gotta make sure we don't knock him off the edge. Hooray! That counts. It sure does. So that means I can activate this dude, and then I need, with this one now, we have a 50% chance for rare drops. That is cool. So we should be able to get our blues here pretty quickly at this point, I would expect, right? Should be good. And then I can put, you know, whatever drops I got away so that they get sorted appropriately. Awesome. Cool. Alright, so the thing we wanted to do, the whole reason we started this party, is I wanted to get Netherite upgrade dudes, right? So let's remind ourselves with the quests what's involved in doing that. And let me collect some rewards real quick. Cool. In chapter 2, there was a whole section about gem dust, right? So we need to get some gem dust, which if I remember correctly, you drop an anvil on gems, right? You can get a salvaging table, but you need 2 gem dust first. So let's get ready to make that salvaging table. All I'm going to need is you, and you, and you. Okay. And then we need an anvil. If we don't have one, shouldn't be a problem. Get a couple of gems, which are going to be in here. Let me grab some gray ones, because we know that those are kind of junky. Turn off the magnet for a minute. Drop the gems in the world. Am I remembering this correctly? Yeah, pretty much. There we go. And this will allow us to, obviously, salvage better. Where do I want to do this at? I don't think it matters, per se. This could be my island for this purpose. Because we are going to want, like, enchanting tables and all that stuff set up at some point, too. Alright. So now that we've got the salvaging table, and you got me some loots, we can use that to make a diamond doohickey. So to make a diamond doohickey, we're going to need gem-infused slates, which need deep slate. Which, do I not have any deep slate, or... I mean, we have, like, crushed and cobbled, but not really. So how do I get deep slate? Can I just smelt cobbled? I can. Ooh, a blue. So I want you, and then my goal is to make you. And then to get this, we need a luminous crystal shard, which is any blue getting trashed, right? Cool. And then we can turn that into a smithing template with netherite. And then we can dupe these as per normal. Sweet. And that means we can now do netherite upgrades, specifically diamond mesh netherite upgrades. Well, maybe not 20, 10 should be enough. Sweet. And that completes this and that. And then I should be able to snag all my sieving dudes. I'm just going to borrow you all for a minute. Awesome. Quest completed. Draconic Evolution, apparently. Cool. And then that just gets me, like, you know, better chances at some stuff. I'm unsure if there's anything that specifically needs Netherite, but A, I wanted to have it, and B, you know, it was worth doing. So I saw another blue show up, by the way. I mean, I want to upgrade my world tier as quickly as I can. We are close. I just need a helmet, but we're starting to get more blues. See how many more blues we got now because I upgraded my world tier? That's awesome. Let's just need a helmet, really. So I do this. And then if we check Control T, rare helmet and slay the wither. Duly noted. Maybe wither skulls and skulls is in our immediate future. So, wither skulls and skulls, you say? How, per se, do we get one of those? Good question. You know, loot fabricator, obviously a possible thing. Wither skeletons, we're gonna have to figure out how to get them to spawn. But aside from that, like, what's the trick? I haven't been to the Nether yet, and I'm guessing if we went there, there would be, you know, stuff. Yeah, maybe a quick trip to the Nether would be in the future. Yeah, I'm assuming that's the deal, right? Like, we fly over to a fortress and we find skulls and we do all that stuff. Let's do that. All right, let me come back in a minute. I'm going to get ready to do all the things I need to do that, and we'll be right back. So I thought it might be fun to just build another portal back here. Why not, right? That could be cool. I can make them really any size I want. Ooh, finally found my wireless range. Now remember, I won't have access to, you know, AE while I'm out there, so we should be a little bit aware of that. I'm thinking I want to do... I'm thinking mob imprisonment tool, or hostile neural networks. Is that what yeah, there we go. I'm thinking this one for the wither skeleton skulls. Is that cool? You should probably know how to make those, by the way. Okay. So let me have a deep mob learner. And then let me get, we're obviously going to need you. You don't know how to make those either? You don't know how to make these? You should. For future, right? So simulation chamber, definitely going to be a thing. Loot fabricator, definitely a thing. And then I want you to know how to make prediction matrix. And you know how to make clay, so we're cool on that front. The only thing I'm going to need to know how to make, well, I don't need to know how to make it, but I need to make at least one of, is you, so that we can be prepared for that. I'm assuming at some point we're going to need a bunch of this stuff for some, like, ATM star type stuff. So we should get hostile neural networks going, and now's a good time as any, because it means we can, you know, get our wither skeletons cooking and get a wither going. That sounds like a plan, roughly, basically, hopefully. Let's do it up. Should I bring a flint and steel with me, just in case? I feel like that's a thing we should always have with us. Okay. Not that slash home isn't a thing in this pack, because it is. But, like, you know. Let's see what the Nether has to hold. Hooray! Wow, did we, like, talk about a cool spawn? Oh man, we got a purple right there. I feel like I want to capture him. Come here, purple. Gotcha. Alright, and then I need to get you going. Didn't I hit F7? Oh my goodness, something else is doing... What is doing that? Are there two things doing light level overlay? Light level overlay disabled. Yeah. Are you sure about that, though? Because it doesn't look disabled to me. You know what else I didn't bring? Food. I should probably be paying attention to food at some point. Okay, so that's off now, so that's cool. Even though it says enabled. Cool. What do we got? Steak, beef, raw, something. We've got a little bit. How are we for potatoes? Always a staple. Not bad. Might be sufficient. We'll see. Okay, good. Now you're behaving. Sweet. All right. So yeah, not a bad layout here. Not bad, guys, though. Didn't I put you in my offhand already? Yeah, 5 remaining. I don't think I need you in my offhand. I'll just remember 4 more to kill. Is that a deal? It's hard to position yourself perfectly so that they can't reach you when your jetpack does the whole, like, glide thingy. Ow. Ow. Ooh, a blue. I ain't gonna go capture him, though. Alright, I should definitely heal up before I do much else here. I mean, my armor doing extinguish is cool, but remember, it only does extinguish, like, every now and then. Like, it has a cooldown. Once we get to higher tiers armor, it's, like, a better cooldown, but still. It's a cooldown. Two more. I should get out of there. That's too crazy. This guy maybe I can take down. Alright, that's 6. I like that there's a fortress like right outside my my nether spawn. Like that is cool. How often does that happen? Alright, and then we're gonna want probably an island for this process. Though in fairness, I bet I could like build you on top of... Would that be cool? Is this the one that has islands on it? Yes. And then let's do... aligned, but then... How about that? Is that neat? And then this can be where like my simulation chamber and loot fabricator setups live. Cool. And for now, I'll stick like simple flux points on them, but eventually we'll probably have multiple of these running. And then you can be set up with you. And that's cool. Perfect. All right. What I'll probably want to do is run some cabling over here. That is a long distance cable, though. Is there the wireless dudes from Emmy? Yeah, these guys, right? Emmy wireless connector. What's an Emmy wireless hub? But it can connect up to 8 hubs and connectors at the same time. There are 8 ports in Emmy Wireless Hub. It'll find the available port automatically when you link to an Emmy Wireless setup kit. However, when all those ports are occupied, you need to disconnect manually by clicking the X button to set up. Oh, that's kind of cool. I want to try that. Is that new? That's interesting. Let's do... You're going to need to know how to make all these things, but that's not a problem. You know how to make most of it already, right? Is there anything else you need to know how to make? Wireless boosters. And you can go into an inscriber or a crusher. I'll do the crusher recipe. And then I want you to know also how to make the hub. For that, you're going to need one of these, but that's okay. And these, I assume, are both crystal assembler recipes, right? Yes. Okay, wireless connector and wireless hub. You know what? We're right at that good old wrapping up point episode time. So let's come back next episode to play with this. Is that a deal? I like that. So yeah, we'll come back next time. For now, Devil20 sign off. Hope you enjoyed the episode. I think we can move you Fluix dudes over to a faster crusher processor, right? I'm assuming Fluix. Yes. And Entro Dust, the same? Yes. Cool. We'll move these to the faster processor. Crushing factory. That can be you. And next episode, we'll play with this hub thing. Sound like a plan? For now, Del20 sign off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. You know the deal. Take it easy.